Hey, I'm Father Roderick, and I'm so excited to share with you part 1 of my Star Wars documentary, Galaxy of Friends. Also, make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/TridioMedia for a subtitled version and for extra footage. Enjoy part 1, and I will see you after the video. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I was Luke Skywalker. At least in my imagination, when my brother and I played with our Star Wars toys. I was 9 years old when the first movie came out, and I could have never guessed that 40 years later, those Star Wars stories would still play such a major role in my life. This is a dream come true. As a young priest, I walked around at Skywalker Ranch, and I met with many of the actors at conventions and Star Wars celebrations. Even today, I go to every premiere of a new movie. It was awesome! And many of my friends live and breathe Star Wars just like me. The Dutch garrison, oh yes! Oh yes! We have to go. We have to go. We're up in... Oh my gosh! Goodie bag! Whoa, look at the swag! What is it that sets Star Wars apart from so many other stories and movies? How can a galaxy born from the imagination of George Lucas captivate millions of people from several generations all over the world?
It's awesome!
It's awesome! Alright.
Check it out, it's moving! It's moving by itself! What is the secret of its enduring success? That is what I want to find out. And in order to find answers, I will take you with me to the colorful world of Star Wars fans, collectors, and cosplayers. Armin, you're a huge Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah, I am.
Who's your favorite character?
Han Solo.
I've been apprehended by these stormtroopers.
Star Wars, everything's okay.
Star Wars is over 40 years old now. And I think Star Wars will outlive us all.
You think so? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
What do these stories mean to them? How does Star Wars inspire them?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, that is Jelle.
Yeah.
And that one is me.
It's so many things in one movie, and yeah, the even bigger part is that everyone who likes Star Wars is like one big family, and I really like that.
What do you think is the secret of Star Wars? Why is that so
It's a
deep?
fantasy. It is bad and it's good. We have a princess who kind of sort of... And Luke is helping her, it's like a kind of prince. I know what it is. It is the recognizable of it, the suits, the danger and the fun and the love story, what's in it.
It's childhood fantasies come true.
A few years ago, I went to visit Elfia, an annual cosplay event that takes place at a real castle not far from where I live. Hundreds of people dress up in the most amazing costumes, most of which are homemade. It was here that I met a couple of members of the Dutch Garrison, a division of the 501st Legion, a worldwide Star Wars costuming organization. They focus on the costumes of the bad guys like stormtroopers, Darth Vader, and other villains from the Star Wars universe. It's lunchtime, right? What are you guys eating?
We got some Ewok.
Ewok!
We're in Ewok right here. It's delicious. The first thing I ever saw on the big screen was Star Wars. Immediately fell in love with it. They came in, I watched the first movie, the New Hope, and then the music comes in, and they come crashing through the door, and in come the stormtroopers, and I was like, wow.
I've seen the first three, the old trilogy.
Yes.
And yeah, the first thing you see are the stormtroopers with Darth Vader. And I was just, at the age of 5, I was amazed. So I had something like, I want that.
Well, this is my hobby room. This is where the magic happens, because here I make my costumes.
Rian and Jelle are massive Star Wars fans. Their friendship started at a meeting of the Dutch Garrison.
I just broke up with my ex and I was really sad about it. And I actually met someone from the Dutch Garrison on Elf Fantasy Fair. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure you can come with the Dutch garrison and you can troop in your own costume and it will be fun and you will be fine and everyone will take care of you and it's fun. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't know anyone there, but it's terrible.
She was kind of a nice girl, so I was looking at her like all guys do. She looked back and I panicked, so I made the move on my lens. So she didn't notice I looked at her.
So that's how we met.
Rick is also a hardcore fan. Since his daughter Amber was born, however, there is less time for his hobby.
I think it has a classical curve, where nobody, farm boy, ends up being some kind of a superhero. With a deep history of teachings and understandings. I think that is what appeals to most people. You know, that you can be a nobody, but still end up being a somebody.
Puck works in insurance, loves to cook, and to dress up as a Star Wars character.
I was 8 years old and the Star Wars movies were on television. My father said that I needed to watch those because they're classics. But I loved it. And then a few years later, I was in the first grade of high school and The Phantom Menace hit cinemas. And that was quite an experience for me because it was the very first Star Wars movie I saw in cinema. And the whole cinema was filled with Star Wars fans, all grown-up men with their kids, wearing Star Wars t-shirts and plastic lightsabers. And it was quite an experience. I loved it.
In the next episode, I will be talking to these guys about the dark side.
It's a very classic story about good and evil.
It's actually a real mess now, so I'm sorry about that.
I had to do something when I noticed that I was depressed.
Feel the power of the dark side.
So that was part 1 of Galaxy of Friends. I'd love to hear what you thought. Let me know in the comments. Another reminder, subscribe to Tridio Media on YouTube as well for extra footage. And finally, a big thank you to my patrons who made it possible with their contributions for me to make this documentary. If you want to help, if you want to become a patron as well, go over to patreon.com/Father Roderick. Thanks, and may the Force be with you.